Hello, friends. In 2026, the world was shaken by one of the biggest document dumps in history. On January 30th, the U.S. Department of Justice released over 3 million pages of files related to Jeffrey Epstein, along with 2,000 videos and 180,000 images. This was the massive release under the Epstein Files Transparency Act. From the outside, it looked like a step towards justice, but hidden inside were shocking truths that exposed the dark underbelly of power. Names of billionaires, politicians, royals, and celebrities surfaced in ways that made headlines scream. People around the globe called it the ultimate reckoning. But was it really? 12 to 17-year-old girls had been trafficked and abused in Epstein's web, and now the files showed how the elite might have been involved or turned a blind eye. These documents couldn't be ignored because they painted a picture of seas of corruption all around. Once, a victim tried to escape, but was caught. The most surprising thing is who appeared in these files. Rich people from all over the world, billionaires and famous figures. Many big names are included in this list. The former Prince Andrew, tech mogul Elon Musk, Microsoft founder Bill Gates.
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that.
I don't know how many politicians and tycoons are tangled in this. Connections were revealed here for them. But the question is, who was Jeffrey Epstein really? The answer to this is a name that echoes scandal: Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein started as a math teacher in Brooklyn. He was a school teacher, but fate turned him into a financial advisor for billionaires. Amassing a fortune of around $600 million, he became a multimillionaire. Among his friends were Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak. In today's video, let's uncover the full story behind the 2026 Epstein Files release, the explosive revelations naming it the big giants. In 2005, a small police complaint sparked it all. In March 2005, a 14-year-old girl and her parents reported abuse in Florida. The girl said a classmate took her to a rich man's house for a massage, promising $200 to $300. But Epstein met her in a towel, asked her to undress, and molested her. Police asked if she knew other girls who went there. She gave 2 names. Talking to them revealed 2 more. The chain kept growing. Police were shocked. It wouldn't stop. In months, Palm Beach police identified 35 victims. Dozens more emerged. The most heart-wrenching thing was the vulnerability. One victim said, "I really wanted this job, so I opened up. I've been on the streets, abused. That made me their perfect type." Police saw it as a pyramid scheme. Girls got extra money for recruiting others. One brings another, and so on. Most under 18. By May 2006, a case was ready. In July, FBI joined, calling it Operation Leap Year. A 53-page report. Victims from Florida to New York, New Mexico. Epstein charged with international sex trafficking.
So I opened up to them. I said, look, this is an opportunity of a lifetime for me. I've been on the streets, I've been abused, and that's the worst thing that I could have done. Because I just let them know that I'm vulnerable and
17, 14 years old. This is me. This was me. This was me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
36 minor victims, witnesses, FBI probe, heavy charges. Epstein should have rotted in jail forever. But behind scenes, a secret deal brewed. Miami federal attorney Alexander Acosta cut a deal with Epstein's lawyers to save him. Guilty on 2 minor prostitution charges, immunity for him and his associates from all crimes. No more charges. Shocking. The deal was sealed, hidden from view, even victims not told, against U.S. law requiring victim notification. But nothing done. June 30th, 2008, Epstein pleads guilty, sentenced to 18 months, only 18, in private jail wing, allowed 12 hours out 6 days a week to his office, first-class jail, slept there at night. released 5 months early, July 2009. All thanks to that deal. Acosta later became Trump's labor secretary. For years, Epstein lived free, jet-setting, parties on his island, mingling with power. Story could end there, villain escapes. But a journalist, Julie K. Brown, wouldn't let go. Miami Herald investigative reporter, followed since 2009. In November 2018, published Perversion of Justice series. Exposed crimes, system protection, media explosion, public outrage, demands for reinvestigation. Pressure led to New York probe. Julie found 80 potential victims, interviewed 8. Clear evidence. July 2019, Epstein rearrested, sex trafficking charges, facing 45 years. But twist, August 10, 2019, found dead in jail. Suicide ruled. Conspiracy theories raged. Video showed no entry, but fueled doubts. Trump retweeted "Epstein didn't kill himself," became slogan among supporters. In 2024 elections, Trump made it issue, promised to release all files if president. In interviews, "Yes, I'll declassify."
Would you declassify the Epstein Files?
Yeah.
January 2025, Trump wins again. Everyone awaited release. Supporters excited. But July 2025, Trump's DOJ says no client list exists, no release. Trump U-turns, calls it boring, Democratic hoax.
It's pretty boring stuff. Democrat hoax that never ends.
FBI should focus on voter fraud, not Epstein. Supporters question silence. Elon Musk tweeted Trump's name and files, then deleted. Message clear. Trump, Epstein, friends for 20 years. 80s friendship deep. Time in bungalows, offices, Trump's hotel, casinos. Seen together at parties.
An ex-employee reported receiving phone calls 3 times weekly. In 1993, model Stacey Williams was allegedly taken to Trump Tower by Jeffrey Epstein, where she claims Trump touched her inappropriately as Epstein watched. Despite these allegations, Trump praised Epstein in 2002 as a terrific guy who liked beautiful women on the younger side, and even signed a book to him as the greatest. For years, conspiracies swirled about damaging details hidden in Trump's files, leading to a lack of full disclosure until public pressure forced a change. In November 2025, Congress passed a bipartisan bill with rare support from both Republicans and Democrats, mandating the DOJ release all files within 30 days. And Trump eventually signed the bill, despite personal reluctance. While supporters initially expected the files to expose Bill Clinton, the December 19 release of thousands of heavily redacted pages told a different story. Emerging details showed Trump's name repeated frequently, with emails revealing he flew on Epstein's plane 8 times, contradicting his previous denials. Other records suggested Trump was aware of the girls and had even asked Ghislaine Maxwell to stop, yet he remained silent. One shocking FBI call from October 27, 2020, involved a limousine driver who claimed to have heard Trump discussing the abuse of a girl in 1995. 4 years later, a woman alleged that both Trump and Epstein had raped her after taking her to a hotel. A controversial letter, purportedly signed by Epstein and sent to offender Larry Nassar, claimed, "We love young ladies, our president does too," though the DOJ later called these allegations untrue and the letter a fake. The most massive drop occurred on January 30, 2026, exploding with over 3 million pages, 2,000 videos, and 180,000 images. Trump's name appeared over 1,000 times. Their names surfaced. Elon Musk faced questions over 2012-2013 emails regarding island trips, which he denied attending. Bill Gates was linked through drafts mentioning affairs and medication. And Richard Branson and Prince Andrew, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, were further entangled through emails and photos. High-ranking officials like Howard Lutnick, Sergey Brin, and Steve Tisch were also mentioned, alongside redacted ties to figures like Ehud Barak. As the 2026 midterms approach, these revelations, heavily blacked out yet partially accessible through sloppy redactions, continue to shake the foundations of the global elite. Want to know the famous names the files says involved? Follow for the next parts.